friend, Sarah Schmidt, who went to the academy and graduated 3 or 4 years ago. And she always told me about it and stuff like that. And then my freshman year, I moved to Ohio, and my dad passed away, and so I moved back. And as I was finishing up freshman year and starting sophomore year, just the way the classes were and the people were, I really didn't like them. But my mom continued to push and say, fill out your academy stuff, do your academy stuff, get it in. And so I finally did it and got it in. And then over the summer, we kept calling because we hadn't heard about whether I was accepted or not. And we found out that I was put on a wait list. We found out first that one of my teacher recommendations never got turned in, and that my guidance office didn't send my transcripts to her. And so it was like, okay, but we got those sent in. They waived my teacher recommendation that was missing. And so I was then put on a wait list. And then, let's see, juniors moved in on a Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got a call Wednesday morning saying, hey, there's a spot opening for you. And we're like, sure. And they're like, can you move in tomorrow? And it's like, we can try. And so I moved in that Thursday morning, really early, and then had to miss Friday and some of the weekend because of marching band, but I finally got here and got into the swing of things. That was how I got here.
Awesome. Do you know why they didn't send in the teacher recommendation? Was it just they forgot, or maybe some sort of animosity?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he just forgot because he actually quit that year and ended up going into a college setting. It was my chemistry teacher, and I don't think he liked Yorktown either, but he was the only science teacher I really had for an extended period of time who knew me, so that's what I had to take.
What doubts did you have about coming to the academy?
I wasn't sure if I was able to get along or make friends because I'm not very comfortable with speaking to people my own age. It's hard for me sometimes, and so it's easier for me to speak to adults. So living here, I wasn't sure if I would be able to acclimate, I guess you could say. And then also, I wasn't sure how I would feel living away from home, or staying a weekend or something like that, and how I'd miss friends from back home. And I also ended up rooming with a senior for junior year, and so that was kind of a scary thought too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wasn't sure if I would be able to acclimate. I have seemed to do okay. I've done okay.
And how is that roommate relationship, being a senior and a junior together?
Her and I were different people. And so I think for some seniors, if it was a different senior, I would have been okay. I still was okay, but we weren't buddy-buddy. She had her space and I had mine, and we did our own things basically. Every once in a while we'd talk and say hey, but for the most part, she did her thing, I did mine, and we were okay.
Right. How has attending the academy affected your life at home?
It hasn't that much. The only thing different is that seeing friends on weekends, I have to definitely schedule everything so that I have time to do different things with everybody. But otherwise, it's not that big of a change.
What aspect of the academy has proven most influential?
Most influential? Let's see. Probably the classes, just the way the classes are set up and being around people who actually have come to learn and want to learn instead of just having people who have to be in a classroom just to be in the classroom. So it's kind of nice to see that, and to make it kind of motivates me to want to do more and do better and keep up with stuff instead of just doing bare minimum to get that A.
What do you wish you had known before you came to the academy, if anything?
I wish I had been able to come to like an orientation, or I wish I had known one other person before I came, just that way. Otherwise, for the most part, I knew what I was coming into when I got here, class-wise, room-wise, for the most part.
How does the social life at the academy compare to that of your old school?
I like to read, and normally I'm a by myself person, and so being here, I definitely interact with people more. My own age, at least. I don't just go home, do homework. I talk with other people. Alex Pardo and I normally watch Grey's Anatomy. So it's more of a, there's thing, like I always go to dinner with somebody. I don't normally go by myself to meals, and so it makes me be with people more.
The academy experience is kind of rough sometimes. What made you decide to come back?
The people and the choice of classes, definitely. I wasn't very fond of the people at my home high school. I could live with them, but they weren't my favorite. And I definitely came to really like the people here and how they worked. Also, I love the freedom in classes we have. We have such a variety of classes, and we get to choose, as long as we meet our standards, we get to choose which classes we pick. And they're much more fun, or they're more
informative.
Yeah, or intellectually stimulating than normal classes at home, where it's just like you go to this class, this class, this class, and everybody does these classes, and it's all the same thing over and over, it seems like.
Right. And how do you think the academy will affect your future?
It's motivated me to do better, and so it'll probably help me motivate other people to do better, and it's just something I can be proud of and say, I have this great education that works for me.
Awesome. Thank you.